Welcome back, guys, to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys all of my current beauty obsessions. We're going to start with makeup. I think I'm going to do a separate video for like skincare and hair care. So if makeup is your jam and you're a girl like me who has complex to oily skin, go ahead and keep on watching. Also, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can become a part of the channel and get notified every single time I drop a new video. With that being said, let's go ahead and hop right into it. Okay, so as you can see, my vanity is right here, and we are going to kind of rapid fire as fast as I can because I do have a lot of products to go over. We're going to go ahead and start with One Size Beauty. This is the Waterproof On Till Dawn Mattifying Setting Spray. Now, I picked this up because, as I mentioned earlier, I do have oily skin. And sometimes I have like a love-hate with setting sprays because of my oily skin. I thought that this was going to be like this was going to be like last all day, which I do think that it held up pretty good. I was recently at the Phoenix Open, which was like an all-day outside extravaganza, and I think it held up pretty good. I did see some cracking in my makeup as the day went on, so it might be a little too mattifying. I also did pair it with the One Size Secure the Sweat primer, and I don't know if I just like overly mattified. I don't think this one is a mattifying one from what I see. No, this is not a mattifying, but this is supposed to just keep everything in place. So I thought maybe I just like overdid it with using the primer and the spray. So I did on a separate occasion just use the primer one time and just use the spray on a different day to see kind of how it held up, and it held up the exact same. So I would rate these like an 8 out of 10. I don't think it's the best, but I don't think it's the worst as far as like setting spray and primer. Now, do I think it's worth the price tag? It is on the pricier side. Obviously, it's One Size, and you get it from Sephora. I do have in my drawer here alternatives. This One Size you can only get at Sephora, which I believe is like $38 for the bigger size. But I actually prefer the setting spray from Kylie Jenner. It is the setting spray mattifying finish. For whatever reason, this does actually lock everything in really nicely. You can get this at Ulta, and they normally do go on sale. This is under $30, so you do save a little bit of coin here. And I do think a little bit goes a long way with this. I give this one like a 9 out of 10. I've tried so many primers, guys, like so many. These are all, you know, made for oily based skin. I say these are probably not the best. I don't know what it is. I like my makeup way better without primer, depending on what condition my skin wakes up and wants to be in. Sometimes I'll do some foundation, which I'll share with you guys in just a minute, or sometimes just concealer. And that's a hack that I learned just from traveling a lot and trying to keep my makeup in place all day, because with oily skin, as you guys know, your makeup will tend to separate depending on how it feels that day or what activity level you are going to be doing that day, and nobody wants to deal with that. So if you're having a really bad like skin day where your makeup is just not makeuping, I suggest to just do concealer and powder. So just conceal the areas you want to conceal and then powder. I know it sounds bad, but trust me, because otherwise everything else will cake. My favorite concealer, I have two. I know a lot of people really love the Kosas concealer. I do not like it. I have dark under eye circles, which you can't really tell here because of these products. And I also just like, it just doesn't do a lot for my skin. So the two concealers that I actually recommend, one of them surprisingly is from the dollar store, which is this one right here, LA Colors Conceal Correct, and it's in the like peachy shade. This is a lifesaver. This actually brightens you up so well, and it's from the dollar store, so that's a really good steal. I also think they sell LA Colors inside of Ulta. I'm going through my makeup bag because this is stuff that I use like on the daily. The other one that I love is the medium peach elf, and I think this is the hydrating one. Do you get really oily like T-zone? My eyebrows too, it's really weird. But right under my eye, it's like dry savanna desert. So it's really frustrating to try to find something that does address all of these issues. So that's why sometimes you have to use like multiple different products in different areas and switch it up depending on the day. There was a period of time where I just completely stopped using foundation because I felt like after a few hours I just did not like the way it looked. But then I found a few foundations that actually really work well with my skin and that can withstand the elements of my life, whether I'm in a high climate area, humid area, at a theme park all day, etc. The first one is Clinique Even Better Skin. This has some SPF in it, and it's supposed to even and correct your skin actually like over time, kind of like how the Neutrogena is supposed to do, where it kind of like helps your skin get better and improve over time. I did notice a difference with this as far as like my skin lightening up a little bit over the time of me using this. Now, is it a drastic change? Absolutely not. I feel like you won't get that unless you do like medical grade skincare, but I do think that this is a really good thing, especially if you struggle with like old acne spots and discoloration. I do have more tanner skin, so if I ever have any type of blemish, it will automatically like get darker before it gets lighter. And so this is something that's really nice, that gives me a good amount of coverage, that is not gonna like break my skin out or make me feel like I'm caking on makeup, because it's actually pretty light and it's really good for every day. Now, if I'm trying to go full coverage baddie, like I'm trying to be out at night and I do not want my makeup to move at all, this is a lot thicker. Okay, I have to use an oil cleanser to take this off because it is wanting to stay on, like it wants to stay on your skin. So if you don't like heavy feeling makeup, I would definitely go for the Even Better Skin. But if you want a full coverage glam, like special occasions, I would go with the Clinique Even Better Skin. And it's in this like bottle right here. I get this from Ulta. It is definitely a full coverage foundation if that is your jam. Sometimes I will wear this during the day if I know I have a lot of things to do, but it can get a little heavy on top of all the other products. So if you're not really into that, but this is a really good one. These are also on the pricier side. They're considered high-end foundation. So if you don't want to spend that much on a foundation, totally understand. So I have some other alternatives that are just as good, like this NYX Bare With Me Blur. This is also very full coverage and not as hard to get off as the Clinique one, but you are going to have to double, maybe triple cleanse, just like I would with the Clinique, to fully get this off. Really good for an all day, all nighter thing, a little bit on the heavier side, and I know that's not everybody's jam for every day. Oh, I'm just going to talk about this really quick because I hear a lot of discord about people loving the Haus Lab Beauty, and I liked it for the first 2 times, but it is not oily skin girl friendly. Another product that is on the pricier side is this Christian Dior stick, and it is like a nice, really nice satin finish, and it's not too heavy. It's like medium heavy, but it's like more expensive than all these other foundations. So that's something that I splurge on every once in a while, and I just feel bad using it because it's so expensive. So that is a good one too if you're looking for a really good full coverage and you want to feel bougie or ask for a gift, the Christian Dior stick one. I've also tried MAC Studio. I have friends that don't like MAC foundation because it makes them break out, probably because of how full coverage it is. I thought that this was going to be a game changer. It is an all over face pin corrector. It comes out really cool, like the applicator is really cool. I thought it was okay. I don't think it's oily skin girl friendly. As somebody who has tried so many products, I don't think I would actually recommend the MAC one. Another one that I tried and liked for a little bit, but then eventually my skin didn't like it, is the Urban Decay. This is the Face Bond foundation. This is supposed to be like a super blurring airbrush finish type foundation. It's not bad, but comparable for what it does and what the price tag is on this versus the NYX, I would much rather get the NYX foundation. I'm gonna go ahead and give another affordable option. This is the Maybelline. Honestly, anything Maybelline is usually really good, but this is the Maybelline Super Stay Long Lasting Mattifying foundation. This is really good. It's supposed to last 30 hours. I don't know if it really does last 30 hours, but it is pretty good. So if you don't want to spend on Clinique, I also think this is a good alternative. I do think the NYX is a little bit better, my personal opinion, but this is also a really good affordable option. Also, the Maybelline Super Stay 30-hour concealer is one of my favorites. I totally forgot about that until I just pulled this out. I don't have any on me right now, but I most likely will be repurchasing that because I was just mainly doing concealer. That was one of my favorite go-to concealers because it gave a good amount of coverage and it did last a long time. Now to my favorite segment, blush. A blush that I am absolutely obsessed with and I've purchased different shades is the Patrick Ta blush, and this is awesome because their blushes, obviously you can tell, very well loved, very well used, and it comes with a cream and a powder, which is great because even though it's on the pricier side, I justify it as girl math, you're getting 2 for 1. She's Flushed is one of my favorite shades because I think it goes really well with my skin tone. I also really like She's That Girl. It is a like brighter pink if I want to go a little bit like more cheeky and bright and cute. I've also really loved and enjoyed Clearly. I'm already hitting pan on this Hello Kitty Wet n Wild collab, but it's a kind of an ombre blush and it looks really beautiful on the skin. Wet n Wild is a really great go-to affordable makeup brand. I also invested in the YSL blush just solely for the packaging. I think it is a cute blush, to be honest. I've used it a few times. It doesn't do as good as like the Wet n Wild does. Another one that I really liked when I first got it, but then I always feel guilty using it, is Dior. I did this with the like foundation too. It's so expensive that I'm like, I only want to use it for good occasions. I don't know if I'll ever purchase it again because it's not like life-changing. Like the Patrick Ta, I will continue to purchase. The Wet n Wild, I will repurchase that. But like Dior and YSL, I will just have it for like the aesthetic in my like blush drawer, to be honest. And this is coming from a girl who wears blush every single day. Another blush that I am so underwhelmed about is the NYX Butter blush. I don't know if I don't love it because of my skin type. I thought this was going to be a game changer. It's in that shade that I like, that's like a darker tone, deeper shade. I didn't really care for it, actually. I heard a lot of people rave about this. Not the best, not the worst, not the best. Another high-end blush that I cannot believe I splurged on that I actually really liked. Clearly, I hit pan. It's the Chanel. Originally, I got it for the packaging. Oh, I kind of match it. But originally I got it for the packaging, but it ended up being really good. This is in the color In Love 55, and it's like a really beautiful mauve color. Another blush that I was extremely excited for, I am a huge Wicked fan, these Rem Beauty blush powders. I was so geeked whenever I saw these like online for the first time, and I got the 2 different palette shades. Not the best. Honestly, for the price point, I could do without. I think that I've seen other people kind of talk about Rem Beauty, like the blushes being kind of like almost there, but not really there. If that is your vibe, I think that that's great. I just don't think that it really complements what I'm going for because I want to look like I have blush on, to be honest. So if you like more of a lighter, like barely looks like you have blush, you might actually like that. For me, wasn't the best, didn't stand out. I would rather do like a lighter shade of like the Patrick Ta or even the Wet n Wild before that. So another blush that I actually really liked was the cream blush from Milani, Clearly. Another one that's like hit pan. I like that more in the summertime though because it is like a darker berry. I like to also like put it on my lips and just kind of give me like more of like a deeper, rich, blushy look. And the one that I'm like currently obsessed with and using, I actually have on my face right now, is the Glossier Cloud Paint Blush. This one is really good. It has like a blurring effect. So like if you struggle with like enlarged pores, this might be your new best friend because sometimes people will avoid doing blush because they don't want to emphasize the look of that area. This one has a blurring effect, so it just gives an added layer of like a filter looking finish, and I love that. This one is pretty new. I went to Sephora like a few weeks back and I saw that this was on the new display. They have a lot of fun colors. I've been using this every single day and I will definitely 100% repurchase. Okay, now for bronzer. I don't do like a crazy amount of bronzer because I feel like I used to do so much bronzer before and it would just cast so many shadows on my face and I did not like it. So I eased up on the bronzer and used more of the blush to kind of contour my face, and I feel like that works for me. But there are 2 bronzers that I absolutely love. The first one is Charlotte Tilbury, Clearly, very loved. This one is in the shade 3 Tan, and I think it's such a nice, subtle, bronzy, pretty look. Now, the one that I'm like really using every day and I really, really, really love is the Patrick Ta one. I like it because, again, it's a 2-for-1. It has like the cream and the powder. I got this in the shade She's Bronzed, and I think this looks so subtle but so good, and I really, really like it. It's not giving orange or like too sharp of a line, but it's like a really pretty, subtle line of bronzing and contouring. It's a lot bigger of a size than the blush, which is good because they're both full-size products, but sometimes you need more bronzer because it's like going around your whole face. If I was going to recommend any type of like bronzer product, it will definitely be this, and it does stay in place. It doesn't like smudge. I've noticed before I've tried different bronzers and they would like smudge and move, and it would look muddy in like my nose if I try to contour it. But this one, if I do want to like jizz it up and like be extra glam and try to contour my nose that night, it doesn't like give that muddy, dirty look. So I really enjoy that. Now, I don't really do a lot of like eye makeup, but I am going to show you guys like the few eye makeup products that I do use like on a regular basis. I have a love-hate with this. I absolutely love the color scheme. I absolutely love the quality of the actual shadows, but this is such a delicate packaging. I don't know if you guys can see, but this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one are all empty. So I've broken 5 just from like traveling. And it's not even like I'm going around acting crazy with it. I act the same with all of my products, but for some reason it's so delicate that they just pop out and they break, which makes me really sad because this is not a cheap palette. But the reason I love it is because it also has the cream side and the darker shades, and these are like everyday shades. So because that kept happening, I'm like, well, maybe it's just too bulky or something. So then I invested in the smaller version of it, something that maybe would less likely to break. I haven't broken any of them yet, so I think that's good. But it's basically a miniature version of the one I just showed you, but it's like all the ones that I actually use, which I think is fantastic. This is the Deep Foncé. I think I'm saying that right, but it's the Major Dimensions palette. And then this one is the Major Dimensions 3. And I love both. The pigmentation payout is really good. I use that for like eyeshadow, fill in my brow. Sometimes I'll line my lips with those colors, and they work really well in all of those areas. So I really like that. Now, powders, which is really important if you are an oily skin girl. First one that is like an absolute must is the Maybelline Fit Me. This is the matte and poreless powder, and it really does kind of like buffer your face. It doesn't last all day, unfortunately. Like, you have to kind of layer other products. So like on the places that get really oily, I'll go ahead and like set it with a setting powder first before like I leave for the day, because I will notice a difference. But it does last up most of the day. I have like multiple backups because for whatever reason the color 220, the natural beige color, is like almost always like sold out. So I usually just buy them in bulk whenever I do find that they have like restocked, because I do use this every single day and it is a game changer. I love it. If you want to be more on the bougie side, a great powder for oily skin is the Charlotte, or actually probably any skin, is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush. This one does last longer than the Maybelline. Like, your makeup will stay on longer with this, but it is a lot more expensive. I think it's like 4 times the price, but I love it. I have a little travel size one, so whenever I go out to like an event or whenever I go out somewhere nice and I want to touch myself up, like, I have the little miniature one of these. Actually, I think, which is right here, because I recently just went somewhere. It's super cute and it fits into like everything. So I love that. One that was supposed to be a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury is the MCO Beauty. People say it's a dupe. That's what people say. That's what I've heard. That's the Discord. The packaging, clearly extremely similar. There's some differences. It's supposed to be a Miracle Flawless Pressed Powder Finish. I've tried it a couple of times. I'm going to be honest. It's the same price as the Fit Me. I don't think it's a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury. I think it looks like a dupe. Like, aesthetically, it looks like a dupe. What is more of a dupe is the Fit Me, and that's why I clearly love it so much. This is going to give you more of like the airbrush matte poreless look than the other one. The other one is just a good powder, but it's not going to like even out your pores or even out your shine as good as this one, and as good as the Charlotte Tilbury one. So just in case you're wondering on whether you should invest in this or that. Okay, now I'm going to talk about like the setting powders, just a few. First is the e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder. I really like this one. It's like a peachy color, which is supposed to like brighten your under eyes, but I like it. Clearly it's like almost done. I also enjoy the Wet n Wild one. Now this is again the Hello Kitty one, but I like it because it has like that peachy brightening effect to it. Another good affordable setting powder is this Wet n Wild Photo Focused in Soft Pink. I think it's really beautiful, but I'm gonna be honest, I absolutely love the Huda Beauty one. I think the one that is probably closest to it is the e.l.f. Halo one as far as like coverage and wear, but the Huda Beauty would probably be top tier. She is really good at making setting powders. Now, number one mascara. This one is like my absolute favorite. The L'Oreal Panorama. It's the waterproof one. This one is so good. It makes my lashes look so long. When I have multiple of a product, that's how you know I really love it, because I have to stock up because I don't want to run out. But if I do run out, the Essence Princess is also good. As far as mascaras go, that's pretty much the only two that I really go to. I have tried like the Dior one, which is really good, the Saint Laurent one, which is really good, the Clinique one, which is really good, but honestly, like mascara, I think drugstore is the way to go. Last but not least, I'm just going to show you guys like the current lips that I'm obsessed with. This Twilight, I got this from SheGlam off of Shein. I just ordered a new one that just came in the mail, but it's basically a lip tint. It's such a dark lip tint that I really like the way that it looks on me. It's like a deeper berry, kind of like the Clinique Blackberry, but this has a lot more pigmentation that lasts longer on my lips. I also really enjoy the Sephora lip liners, surprisingly, and the Rare Beauty lip liners. I think those are really good. Also Huda Beauty lip liners are pretty good. I'm really bad at remembering to pack a sharpener, like a lip liner sharpener. So like I love the MAC liners, but I just always forget to sharpen, or sometimes I don't sharpen correctly. I also recently got this Summer Fridays like dual lip thing, and I actually really like it. I know some people don't like Summer Fridays. I love the way that they smell and they give a nice shine. The shine doesn't last a crazy long time, but I don't know, there's something about like smelling it and then putting it on that just makes me happy. I'm trying not to make this video like crazy long, so I think we're gonna cut it there. Love you guys so much, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye.